Do not, I repeat, do not weigh yourself right before you start your period or even when you're on your period. The amount of evil people out there that don't want to see you succeed is insane. This is very embarrassing to say, but I can't even do a single push-up. I would keep blaming myself and thinking, what did I do wrong? Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about 10 weight loss mistakes that kept me fat for the longest time. I'll be sharing some really relatable mistakes that I've made in the past and that you guys should know so you guys don't make the same mistakes that I did. Right before I dive in, for those who have not seen my other weight loss video, a little context about me is that I've been chubby all my life. I've always been teased by my family members and friends. I've failed numerous diets in the past. If you haven't already, I suggest you to watch my other video about how I lost 36 pounds or 16 kilograms, and that will give you more context about my own weight loss journey. I'm gonna put that video somewhere here. I don't know where yet, but if I remember, I promise it will be somewhere on the screen. Don't go before you finish this video yet, okay? Watch this video first. Alright, so without further ado, let's dive into the video. The first mistake that I made was trying to eat super clean. When I was new to dieting, obviously, I knew nothing. And typically when you watch like TV or anything on social media, you see people buying like chicken breast, veggies, any type of healthy ingredients. Then guess what? I didn't end up eating like half of it because first of all, I don't know how to cook. Or to be clear, it's not like that I can't cook. Like obviously I can learn how to cook, but I just didn't have the skill or know how to make these ingredients into something delicious. That means sometimes I will end up under seasoning the chicken. Sometimes it will be completely dry or undercooked. And who the heck wants to eat that, right? Definitely not me. On the first day or two, I would force myself to eat it because I already paid for it, I might as well. But then the entire time I'm eating this food, I'm just thinking like, ew, I don't want to eat this. Oh, it tastes so bad. I really wish I could be eating something else right now. And there's absolutely zero enjoyment when I'm eating that meal. And guess what I do after eating that nasty meal? Yep, that's right. I went immediately back to the kitchen, got something else to eat to make up for the nasty meal that I just ate. So yeah, what was the point of that? Because I just technically canceled out the healthy meal that I ate, and I just technically ate 2 meals. Yeah, so I stopped buying those healthy diet foods that I didn't enjoy, and I just started eating whatever I liked but in smaller portions. It could literally be anything. It could be McDonald's, it could be like shawarma, anything as long as you eat it in moderate portions and you're still within your calorie limit. So yeah, no more chicken breasts, no more of that nasty stuff that I don't like. And this made it a lot more manageable for me to like get through the diet as well because I'm being conscious of the calories, and also I'm not like miserable every day eating like the saddest things on earth that I don't even enjoy and wanting to binge everything delicious afterwards. Alright, so for the second mistake that I made was skipping meals. And to be clear, I'm specifically referring to skipping lunch and dinner. Because for myself, I never had the habit of eating breakfast anyway, so my 2 main meals would be lunch and dinner. I made the mistake of skipping one of those meals. I don't know why I automatically assumed that skipping meals would automatically equal to losing weight because you're eating less. Duh. Well, that was not the case for me. I didn't lose any weight. In fact, I gained more weight because if I ended up skipping dinner, I wouldn't be able to sleep because all I can think about is food, and I'll be so hungry at night that I just can't fall asleep. So when I'm hungry and I can't go to sleep, I would just cave into my hunger and go to the kitchen and eat a bowl of cereal or something at like a super duper late time, like 1 a.m, 2 a.m. or something like that. That was really a wrong mindset for me to have because when I end up eating that late, it makes it harder for my body to digest the food. That's why people always say like you should stop eating at least a couple hours before you go to bed, but I'm literally eating at 2 a.m. and going to sleep right after. My body has zero time to digest that food, and it's just so bad. From this, I learned never to skip important meals. And the next mistake that I made, yeah, this one is so bad. This one's so bad. There was a point in time that I weighed myself every single day, and that messed with my mind so much. Back then, I didn't know that it's normal for weight to fluctuate. One day you'd be down a bit on the scale, and then the next day you suddenly be up again. And whenever I saw my weight go down for so many consecutive days already, then suddenly one day I weigh myself again in the morning and it just jumps back to my weight on day 1, I'd be like, what the hell? That would just ruin my mood and entire like mentality for an entire day. I would keep blaming myself and thinking, what did I do wrong? Did I eat too much yesterday? What the heck happened? When in reality, I didn't do anything wrong. I was on track with my diet. I did everything I needed to. I ate within my calorie limits. It's just natural for weight to go back and forth. Realistically, if you're looking at like a chart right here, the wrong mindset to have is to assume that your weight is gonna go down like this. When in reality, it's gonna be like this. There will be bumps. That's completely normal. At that time, I didn't know that there's several external factors that can make your weight go up, not because you're doing anything wrong. Things like, did I use the washroom this morning? AKA, like, did I go poo-poo this morning? Or did I eat too much sodium yesterday? And seeing that number on the scale fluctuate every single day really discouraged me. And sometimes when I see the scale spike up again like that, it just made me feel like giving up, which is so wrong of me. So from now on, I just try to weigh myself once a week or once every other week. That way it'll keep my mind at peace. And also, if you're watching this, to all my girlies out there, one important thing to keep in mind is that do not, I repeat, do not weigh yourself right before you start your period or even when you're on your period. This is because right when you start and while you're on your period, your body is going to be bloated because you're retaining water weight. And this just happens every single time. And if you're like me and you have really irregular periods, you don't know when your period is gonna come, this doesn't mean that you're doing anything wrong with your diet or that you're gaining weight. It could just be water weight. For me, I learned that right when I'm about to start my period, I'm usually 2 to 3 pounds heavier. And then right when my period ends, that weight just drops back down. Because again, it's just water weight. Now that I know that fact, I never weigh myself during or before my period ever again. And in general, I just don't weigh myself every day because seeing those numbers fluctuate stress me out and sometimes even discourages me. So that's not like a really good mindset to have while you're trying to be on a diet. When you're on a diet, you should be motivated, not discouraged. Moving on, the next mistake that I used to make is following hot influencer diet workouts online. And what I mean by this is those videos that are titled "Get abs in 5 days to a week," or any of those cliche videos that pop up on my feed once in a while. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with these videos because yes, like they do work, they do. But I realized that those videos are just not for me because I'm not fit enough to complete those videos. Usually I'd only make it to like maybe half or like 70% of the video before I collapse on the floor, out of breath. And then you know what happens? I finally catch my breath after like 5 to 10 minutes. I get up, go to my computer, and I close the tab. Then I never ever turn back to this video ever again. Yeah, that was my toxic cycle with workout videos. We had beef, okay? And whenever I gave up, that really made me wonder, damn girl, how unfit are you that you can't even do a 15 to 20 minute workout? Like, am I really that out of shape? Because I kept failing these workouts, that automatically made me think that I don't like working out and I'm not good at exercising. When in reality, that's not the case at all. You just have to realize that there are so many different types of exercises out there. You just have to find something that is suitable and works for you and not follow the trends that people are doing out there. Because everyone's different. Just because this person can do 50 push-ups doesn't mean that you could do 50 as well. This is very embarrassing to say, but I can't even do a single push-up. But does that mean that I'm not good at working out? No, because I realized that I'm actually kind of good at jogging. And there are so many different forms of exercise out there, like walking. I noticed that people tend to really underestimate the power of walking for weight loss, but when you're able to walk at least 10,000 steps or more a day, oh boy, you will start to see a difference. And I promise you that, because 10,000 steps a day burns hundreds of calories. And what does 10,000 steps even look like? Say for myself, on a lazy day, I average around 4,000 to 6,000 steps just by going about my everyday routine. But if I'm starting at zero and intentionally trying to get 10,000 steps all at once, I would say that that would equate to walking for more than an hour. You might be thinking, girl, I'm already so tired from school, so tired from work. You want me to hit 10,000 steps a day? That'll mean I have to go out to walk. Listen to me. You don't have to go outside to walk because you can literally walk at home. At home, you could walk to the living room and back, or you could even walk in the same spot for an hour. But hey, it's free. The best part is that you don't even have to worry about the weather outside, and you could literally be in your pajamas and walking at home. And you could even be doom scrolling on your phone at the same time while you're walking on the same spot. And that's quite literally what I do. I'm always doom scrolling while walking in my house. And trust me, while you're watching funny videos online, time passes by so fast. When I'm fully immersed on my phone, sometimes I even forget the fact that I'm walking, and before I even know it, I'm done my 10K steps. Yay! So yeah, don't follow routines just because they're the trend, and find an exercise that's your level and that you don't mind doing so you can stick with it in the long term. Walking has now become my favorite exercise. Okay, so the next mistake that I made was being unaware of the calories in healthy food and thinking that it's okay to eat a lot of it. For example, peanut butter, avocado, olive oil, nuts, and so on. Imagine having an afternoon snack and you're eating an apple with a side of peanut butter to dip. Yes, the apple is a very, very good option, but the peanut butter, she is so dense and she is packed with calories. I did not notice, and I used to slap the thickest layers of peanut butter on everything like it was free. And then when I found out how much calories is in that little bit of peanut butter, like that tiny little scoop, yeah, I stopped spreading it on everything. And in fact, I actually swapped for something called PB Fit, which is actually a powder type of peanut butter with a lot less calories, but unfortunately does not taste as good. The taste is very different, but sometimes when you're trying to lose weight, you gotta make some sacrifices, right? And oh my god, guys, nuts. I used to pack a Ziploc size of like cashews or almonds to school every day. And same thing, when I found out how many calories are in that bag of nuts, I reduced the amount to pack by a lot. And now I only have like a small handful of it whenever I crave it. No more huge Ziploc bags of that. No. So all in all, I learned to be aware of the calories in the foods that I ate and not blindly assume that things are low in calories just because they're considered healthy. All right, for mistake number 6 is overusing dips, sauces, and condiments. I have a question for you. When you're eating McDonald's nuggets, what's your favorite sauce pairing? My favorite are the creamy ranch and the sweet and sour. But to be frank, I haven't had those sauces in a long time. Or I do whenever they come with a new flavor and I want to give it a try. But other than that, I just eat my nuggets plain now. Because did you know that one pack of that nugget sauce is equivalent to the calories of the actual nugget itself, like 1 or 2 pieces of a nugget, which to me is not worth it in my opinion at all. If you're telling me that if I don't dip anything, I could eat 1 or 2 more pieces, like I'll do that. Apart from chicken nuggets, this goes the same for salads, hot dogs, or really anything that you use sauces or condiments for. And if you're someone that really can't live without sauces, a really big hack that I learned is you can replace sour cream or cream cheese with Greek yogurt. So instead of cream cheese on your bagel, try spreading Greek yogurt. Same thing, if you're trying to like eat nachos with sour cream, try it with Greek yogurt instead. And yes, there is a difference in taste, but to me, it just tastes just as good. Also, if you have to eat, for example, mayo and specific sauces, try to see if your grocery store sells a light version of it. I know that for Kewpie mayo, there's like a half-calorie version. And for Hellsman mayo, there's the lighter than light version that you could get in like Asia. I'm pretty sure in Canada, we just have the light version, but that's still better than eating like the full calorie version. And for me, I actually really like eating mustard. And I never knew that mustard is actually really low in calories. And I've seen a lot of people mix mustard with cottage cheese online. Apparently that's supposed to taste very good as a dip, but I never tried it myself. If you've tried it before, let me know in the comments if it's even good or if it's just whatever. So yeah, skip sauces or go for the lighter version of the sauces is what I'm trying to say. Number 7 is eating whenever you see other people eating. Do you ever go with your friends to a cafe or somewhere and because they order food to eat, now you feel like you have to order something as well, even though you're not that hungry? Yeah, that was actually me for the longest time. And till this day, like it still happens. So my friends and I have the habit of going out to play cards after dinner. We'll meet up like 3 or 4 of us late at night just to chill, play Monopoly Deal or Big Two, whatever card games we want to play. Before we actually get into playing, my friends would go up to the cash, order fries, burgers, Frosties, nuggets, so they have something to munch on, right? And a lot of times I feel obligated to eat with them just because I didn't want to be the only awkward one sitting there doing nothing and just watching them eat. Also, like I mentioned, because we usually meet really late at night, usually around 9 to 10 p.m. That means I already ate dinner. And like, I'm probably not even hungry. Like most of the time, I'm not hungry. I was just too shy to say it and I didn't want to be the odd one out. So for the longest time in the beginning, I would order food and eat with them as well. But after so many times, one day I just eventually told them straight up, no, I'm not gonna order anything today because I'm on a diet and I already had dinner ready. And guys, that was such a relief for me because once you muster up the courage to say it the first time, the next few times that you have to say it will not be as hard. It's always just the first time that you have to speak up about something that you get anxious about it, I swear. Yes, just be honest and upfront about these things because true friends will be understanding and they won't judge you. They absolutely would not mind you just sitting with them while they eat. Thinking back, like, oh my god, I was so naive back then. But yeah, just speak up next time and don't keep everything to yourself. For this next point, I'm not trying to contradict myself. It really depends on the person, okay? And this point is telling people you're on a diet. Or more importantly, telling people that you're not close with or that you don't fully trust that you're on a diet. You would not believe this, but the amount of evil people out there that don't want to see you succeed is insane. There's always gonna be that one evil person in your life that just doesn't want you to become a better version of yourself. And that's so damn miserable of them and fake. The moment you even bring up the word diet to them, they'll start saying to you things like, no, don't lose weight. You're perfect the way you are. And then you'll also start to notice when you guys go out that they're trying to feed you more than usual and try to tell you that you're eating too little, eat more, eat more, eat more. Seriously? I literally just told you yesterday I'm on a diet. I didn't even lose a single pound yet because I just started, and you're already telling me to stop? You're not even the one dieting, it's me dieting. Why do you have so much to comment about it? It's just very sad that there's actually people like this in the world. I've actually been a victim of this. I've experienced this with people. And now I just learned to not say anything if I don't have to people I don't trust, because there really are those evil people out there. Watch your back. And if you ever discover one of them, cut them out. I swear. There's really no point of keeping these fake people around you. And I'm really glad that through this experience, I was able to tell that you're fake. So goodbye. Bye out of my life. Because the real ones would support me, want me to actually succeed and be the best version of myself. Those ones are the keepers. For point number 9, I know a lot of you guys watching this are probably quite young, so this one might not apply to you, but that is drinking alcohol. I did not know how fattening alcohol could be, and people don't casually just use the term beer belly for no reason. In Canada, the legal drinking age is 19, so that's like when I was in 3rd year or 4th year of uni, I could already start drinking. And to be honest, I actually despise the taste of alcohol. Obviously, when you're in uni and you and your friends just hit 19, you guys are like, oh my god, we can finally drink, let's go drinking, let's go to like the izakaya, let's go to the bar. And yeah, I wanted to feel included, so I went with my friends and I would drink socially with them whenever they wanted to. And all I remember now is thinking how much I hated that taste. Like, I thought that if I drank more of it, I would eventually get used to it, but no, like, at least for me, I never got used to the taste of alcohol. But I drank it anyway just for the sake of fitting in. Now that I look back, that was actually so stupid of me. Alcohol is not only bad for you because it's fattening, it's bad for your liver, and when you drink too much of it and like get drunk, you never know what can happen. Like, it's very dangerous, especially if you're a girl. I actually stopped drinking ever since I got my first hangover. Stopping was the best decision I've ever made. If I can tell my younger self, or any of you young people out there, is don't do things that you don't enjoy just for the sake of fitting in, because in reality, no one gives a crap. Do you think that they will really pay attention? Because people really care more about themselves and are like so self-absorbed in like their own situation. They're not gonna be like, oh, Susan, you drank like this much already. Like, no one's gonna give a crap. So don't overthink it. And don't drink alcohol. If you're on a weight loss journey, try your best to cut it out. All right, for the next point number 10, is assuming that weight loss is permanent. When I started losing weight and I saw the number on the scale consistently start to drop, I thought that, yay, like I'm doing so good. Like this weekend, I'm gonna treat myself, go out with my friends, and we're gonna like eat a lot. The weekend, I'll resume my big bag habits. And little did I know, like these greedy little eating habits that I have caused the number on the scale to spike right back up. This taught me that weight loss is something that's temporary, and it's something that you constantly need to work on and maintain. And something that I learned from this experience too is that you should never beat yourself for this if this ever happens. Like I mentioned earlier, everyone's weight fluctuates, and it's normal because everyone has social gatherings. And there are times like the holidays where you deserve to eat whatever you want without having to constantly think about, I'm on a diet, I can't eat this, I can't eat that. Weight fluctuation is completely normal. If you ever have those days where you ate more than usual, just know that you just need to learn to pick up from where you left off and lock in again when you're ready to. I'm sure you guys could all see from like my vlogs that I just went to Asia in August. I actually go there every year for about a month, and every time I come back, I'm always 5 to 10 pounds heavier, and I'm not ashamed to say it. But because I know going to Asia is gonna make me gain weight, does that stop me from eating the things that I like? No. That doesn't. Every single time I go back, I still enjoy the foods that I like, I try new things, and when I come back and I see that my weight went up, I don't beat myself up for it because I got to experience so many new things, and I made such good memories because I didn't restrict myself. Now that I'm back, I just tell myself, okay, it's time to lock in again and get back on track. That's it. Now I know that it takes effort to maintain weight loss. Once you lose weight, you gotta put in effort to keep that weight off. If you gain any weight back or get off track, get back on track and start again. So yeah, those are the 10 weight loss mistakes that I made in the past. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed this video, if this video was helpful to you. Also, if you learned anything from your own weight loss experience, please share it in the comments below because I feel like that would be helpful for so many people out there. But yeah, thank you again and bye!